Hey, what's going on, Cowboys Nation, man? Thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's definitely been a long while since I dropped a video, man. I was heartbroken over that loss to the Niners, man. I had to get my I got to get my feelings together, man, because I just felt, oh man, it felt like you just met a girl, you know what I mean? Everything good, you know what I mean? Then you find out she do something that you don't like she smokes cigarettes and you don't like cigarettes. But everything before that was cool, man. Then you cook better dinners than her, and it's like, oh no, you know what I mean? It's oh man. But yeah, man, we're here. Off season. This is the time where we get to look back and judge the overall aspect of what certain players, pieces, and who did their best job, or was the job that they did good enough for them to come back and everything. As far as players, because it looks like coaching wise, we're bringing everybody back. We're bringing it back, man. McCarthy coming back, Quinn's coming back. It looks like Kellen Moore's coming back. So I think now, man, it's just all about what do we do with the roster. A lot of roster moves, man. A lot of guys are free agents, and it's going to be very critical, man, because us as teams, man, we don't want to go back into making these similar mistakes, man, with the penalties and not being able to impact the roster and turn around. And if there's ways or players that on positions that can be improved, we don't want to shortcut that. Whether it's spending a little bit more money in free agency on these positions, and being able to take care of the ball, man, and not basically, you don't want to take situations where you got possessions and you're not putting the best play on the field. And I was one of the guys that believed Kellen Moore was saving plays for the playoffs, and boy, I wish I was right. But based off of what we seen in that Niners game, man, he didn't show us anything. So now it's all about being able to put us in a better situation where that doesn't happen, whether it's play calling or play on the offensive line or drops. Being more comfortable with passing the ball, and make sure that we're targeting the correct players in correct situations. I believe, man, there's no way we come into next year with the same offensive focus. And the thing is like, for me, it seems like the offensive side of the ball has more eyes from everyone besides the coaches, like the head coaches and up. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like people besides the coaches and the coordinators on the offensive side of the ball, it seems like they have more of a say in what's going on offense. But when you look at defense, it's like these coordinators, they have a little bit more control, and they get a little bit more of a leeway into the players they want to bring in and the schemes they want to run. Like Mike Nolan was able to come in here and do whatever he wanted. Like, okay, I know y'all did this last year, but this year we're going to do this. And it was just, I don't think they can scrap. I don't think an OC can put that same effort on the offensive side of the ball, like Kellen Moore or Garrett or Linehan. Like, they all had similar traits when it comes to play calling and how they want to look offensively. But I challenge one of these coordinators to come in and just, or not even a new coordinator, but just a coordinator to come in and just scrap everything we did offensively last year and do what you want to do. Like, McCarthy should be that guy. He should be applying that energy to this offense, this offseason, to just scrapping whatever they did last year, because it didn't work. I mean, like, it worked in the regular season, but in the playoffs, the offense looked horrible. We were outplayed. We were out physical. They were more physical. They were more prepared, and I don't think that's a good look, man. To basically try to come back with the same type of energy and the same type of focus in the following season. But I think with the Pro Bowl dropouts that we have, there's no reason why we need to see Dak and Tyron Smith and Zach Martin in the Pro Bowl. More so based off of Dak Prescott, like they voted Jalen Hurts in before they were even like dropouts. Like he was one of the quarterbacks to get actually placed in the QB or in the QB position in the Pro Bowl that wasn't an alternate. Like that's crazy to me. Like there's no way if I'm Prescott, I'm going to accept going to the Pro Bowl when y'all had Jalen Hurts voted in over me. But just I can see why Trayvon Diggs and Micah Parsons went, and I believe the punter went, Anger. I can see why those younger guys want to go, because it's more likely their first time and they want to enjoy the experience. It would never be the same like Hawaii. I believe the Pro Bowl was played in like Orlando now, but I can understand, and I'm actually excited, or I'm not saying excited, but I'm actually happy that we don't see Zach Martin and Dak and those guys playing in the Pro Bowl, man. They need to come back and really like buckle down, man. I'm not trying to go back because I know a lot of us are over the Niners game, but this is me, man. I haven't did a video in about 2 weeks now, and yeah, man. So I'm over that. Let's get back to draft, man, and hopefully we can continue. We can continue drafting well. I don't think we should trade anybody, man. All this trade coop for a first round and let's see what we can get. No. Why would we trade coop? Like are you guys really ready to see CeeDee Lamb at number 1? Like he had a great season, don't get me wrong, but he also had a lot of drops. Like Coop didn't have a lot of drops. He went through games where he wasn't targeted, which isn't his fault. He can't throw the ball to himself. But CeeDee Lamb was getting the targets and he was dropping the ball. And I love CeeDee Lamb. I think he's going to be one of the best receivers in the next 5 years. He's probably going to be top 5. You know what I mean? But even this year, he had a lot of targets. I don't believe, me personally, I don't think CeeDee Lamb should be getting more targets than Cooper. That's just me. As far as the offensive line, whatever works, man. If you guys want to, it would make sense to bring Collins back in the guard and get him more acclimated to that position because he played it. Only because Terrence Steele is someone you can play, that you can start. So it just makes sense that you could bring him in. That way, you can put the best 5 on offensive linemen onto the field every Sunday, and it makes sense. But for me, man, I think it's based off of the draft. If they see they can bring in another guard or a center, then it all depends, man. Like right now, the whole thing with the Cowboys is we as fans, we know that they don't spend a lot of money in free agency. So all these people that want to clear up the cap and all this, I remember it was a situation with Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, Kobe. But the Lakers tried to get him to negotiate his contract to free up cap space. He told them guys no, because y'all not bringing nobody in here to help me. So why would I take less money or renegotiate a contract to get paid less just for you guys to save money as a business and not even take that extra money to benefit the roster and make my job easier? We know the Cowboys are not spending money again in free agency. Like the last big person we signed was Brandon Carr, and I was like almost 10 years ago. And everyone else is more of hey man, you had an injury. It's like they try to get the people that may have a good seat, they may have something left in the tank, and a prove it deal. Like, okay man, we'll pay you for this year, and then basically if you do good, you can get paid by another franchise because we're not going to pay you. And that's what some players do. Like, they understand that they see the opportunity. Oh, I played for the Cowboys and I did so well. I know that I can get paid for another team in the NFL, and that's pretty much what's going on here. And I think the Cowboys love that situation for them, because they're able to put that into the pot. Like, man, come to Dallas, man, go get 10, 11 sacks, go to the Bears and get a good deal, or go to the Texans and get a good deal. Robert Quinn, but the receiver, Cobb. And this is what's going on. I think that's hurting the actual process for the Cowboys, because I'm not saying that we should go out and we probably don't need to go out and spend like top tier free agents, but that middle tier, man, we can make some moves in that middle tier. They want to go below, they want to go to the low tier. Like, the Cowboys don't really sign nobody until like the 5th or 6th day of free agency. It's sickening, because you put so much pressure on these draft picks, and a lot of them, it takes them time to, even if they're able to sustain success, they have to do it over the course of the season, which is now an extra game at 17 games, and most of these guys only played 13 games in college. So now you putting pressure on these young guys to play throughout the full season, and then if it's not them, then it's backups or guys that were good, and they had a bad last 2 years because of injury, or they weren't in a good system, and now you bring them into the Cowboys, and let's see what you can do for this buck. Man, I'm done. Y'all have a good day.